We are back with more of My Southern Home, and I'm here with Cole Harrington with the Covered Patio, and thanks for joining us today.
Absolutely. Thanks for having us. We appreciate it. We're excited.
So your company creates beautiful outdoor living spaces just like the one we're in all over Middle Tennessee.
Yeah, absolutely. So we've been in business 5 years, taking care of all of our customers in Middle Tennessee.
So tell me about the space that we're at right now, because you can definitely tell that entertaining was important to this family.
Yes, absolutely. So when talking to this customer initially, his dream and his idea was to just create an outdoor living space to where he could entertain people and obviously, cook and eat outside and obviously have his fireplace and just spend more time out here year round. So this was a project that we were really excited about and turned out really well.
And this was a one-stop shop for this homeowner, because everything that we see here, you guys helped them create.
Absolutely, yes. So this was a complete custom build. I always tell customers that if they dream it, we can build it, and this is kind of how that came alive. All custom build. Every post and beam that you see is wrapped and painted. This is a pine ceiling. Obviously, fireplace is a little bit bigger than we typically would do. This is 8 foot. Typical would be around 6 foot. But obviously, the mantle here, cedar mantle. Nice custom granite countertops, custom cabinets.
Cole, what type of appliances do they have in this space?
Yeah, so this one in particular, they obviously have a green egg that is inserted and cut out, made specifically for that. They have a black stone griddle, and they have a mini fridge.
And I noticed that with the shape of the island, they were pretty specific about how they wanted to use this space.
Definitely, yeah. They definitely wanted an area to be able to kind of entertain and be able to sit at the bar and kind of just be able to sit back there and watch the TV and enjoy the fireplace in the wintertime. So that was big important. That's why they have a very large countertop for sure in this one.
So how did the process start when you met with this customer initially and started designing this space?
Yeah, so typically how we operate is we come out and take a look at the space and kind of what we're dealing with, and talk to the customer about his wants and needs. And this is a pretty typical standard cover that we offer here. So the gable roof, they differentiate a little bit between jobs, but this is pretty close to what we do when it comes to this style patio cover, for sure.
Cole, when you're beginning the process and you're gathering their needs and wants, once that is finished, do you provide renderings to help them get a good grasp of what the space will look like?
Yeah, so typically kind of how we operate is we come out and do the initial consultation, right? And we make sure we're all on the same page and get them a formal estimate over. If we were to move forward with the job, at that point we submit for renderings and drawings and permits through the city. So yes, that's kind of the process of what we go through there.
And then you start creating their space.
Start creating their space, yeah. Soon after we get permits, we typically break ground and start creating their dream and what they envision. Yeah.
So what are some of the typical items that you're seeing in outdoor spaces that you guys create?
Yeah, so a lot of fireplaces, a lot of outdoor kitchens. A lot of times we would incorporate motorized screens and different types of shade that are blocking UV rays that are turning this truly into a year-round room. So bar areas, that's pretty typical, yeah.
Cole, you guys have so many options when it comes to how you can create a dream space. How do you help that customer narrow down their wants and needs?
Yeah, so I think first it's coming out and meeting with them and taking a look at the space that they have, because honestly, not every customer that thinks they can have something done can be done out there. So it's obviously making sure that it can be done, and then just walking through, showing them different pictures and videos of jobs that we've done, sitting down, really trying to get to the table and figure out what is going to be the best fit for them when it comes to their outdoor living space. But yeah, we offer different varieties. This is obviously a bigger custom build job, but we do different types of aluminum patio covers and screen rooms, and like I mentioned earlier, the motorized screens, but wide variety of different things that we offer. Sure.
Well, working with a company like the Covered Patio is a beautiful thing, because you guys have so many inspiration photos of jobs that you've done in the past.
Yeah, for sure. The portfolio is definitely there. We've We've worked hard for those, so anybody want to check us out on all social media platforms, Google, a bunch of pictures on there that they can see of just our work that we've done. Yeah.
So if a customer is out there and they're wanting to move forward on their dream outdoor living space, what kind of advice would you give them?
I think my advice would be, again, to check out our pictures, maybe do some research of their own and kind of get an idea of the style that they like. That way that, when we come out and meet with them initially, that we know their styles and their wants and kind of what they're looking to do. And then I can kind of create it from there and make sure that it's going to fit exactly their needs and what they're looking for.
Well, and homeowners having those needs and wants and knowing them in advance really helps you create the perfect plan so that there's no I wish I had at the end of the day.
And that's why, and we're pretty thorough kind of in the consultation, beginning stage of it, just to make sure we want it to be right from the start, and we take that very seriously. So yeah, definitely just talking through those points while I'm out there, with the customer, and again, making sure that it's exactly what they want, for sure.
So what kind of questions do you ask?
So typically when I'm out there, I'm asking really just, I don't even know necessarily all the time going out there exactly what they're looking to do, but would you want to incorporate a kitchen into it? And if they say yes, then I ask them how many people they would, typically have out there, if they have a large family, if they have a lot of friends and family, if they watch sports, so things like that. We're obviously in the South, so Tennessee balls are pretty big around here. So yeah, just making sure we're on the same page, and the last thing we would ever want is a customer to come back and say that it wasn't what they wanted, and we've never had that issue, and I think it's because we're so punctual and ask the questions up front, for sure.
Well, thank you so much for joining us today. We really appreciate it.
Absolutely. Thank you for having us. I appreciate it. We enjoyed it as well.
We'll be back with more of My Southern Home in just a moment.